Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Lilo Siegel and I'd like to welcome you especially to my playlist Sewing Made Easy, as I like to show you things all around the theme sewing, and today it will be the subject of a very special sleeve. You can see that little sleeve right now here as I'm wearing it. I've made this top for me quite a long time ago and just had the idea now to tell you how I did it. I'm calling this sleeve a turning dragonfly sleeve. Well, don't be bothered to try to find it anywhere in the World Wide Web, because I've made this name up myself. Because when I was doing this sleeve, I was thinking about these beautiful dragonflies doing their love games, and that's more or less what this sleeve looks like when they all turn into each other. It might look difficult, but it's not. It is very, very easy to sew this sleeve in any kind of top you like to do. And I will show you in this video what you got to cut, how you should cut it, and how you can stitch it into your armholes. So, let's get going. I hope you're going to like this video. So let me first of all show you what it is all about, how I'm going to show this to you. This is an outfit my girlfriend just asked me to do for her. It's for an event, for a nice party, so it's a little bit elegant, as you can see. And originally she said, well, I don't want sleeves in it. But now we tried it on and she said, well, look at my arms. I really would like to have just a little cover over the top, like a little sleeve, but not really a sleeve. So I showed her this top and she said, that's it. That's what you can put onto my part here for me. So we've been looking and searching around for material to fit, and I found this very soft kind of material here for my dragonfly sleeve. And we decided we're going to make this sleeve out of this material. With other words, if you like a sleeveless top, but you want your upper arms to be covered over a little bit, this is the ideal sleeve for you. Let me show you how we continue. So to do this little dragonfly sleeve, you will have to cut 4 pieces of a right angle. I prepared them here a little bit so it goes faster for the video. If you have a size anywhere between 34 and 40 as an example, then this size will be correct. But if you have very strong upper arms, you might have to extend this a little bit longer, but you can measure that out on your arm, which width you want and how far you want them to hang down. So I cut my 4 parts in 36 centimeter lengths and in 20 centimeter width. Then take either of them, fold them in half in the long side and fold them again towards the other side, the smaller side. Now, you remember I just told you I got a measurement of 36 here. I halved it, so I got 18. But on this end, where my seam is, where my cut edge is, I don't want it so long, because otherwise it doesn't fall correctly. I only want altogether 30 on this end, which means now that I halved it, I want 15 centimeters. So all I have to do is now cut from my 36 centimeter length onto my 30 centimeter, and you will get a part that's shaped just like that for our sleeve. Of course, I have to do this to all of them to be able to continue with my sleeves. So what do you have to do to stitch this? If you have a normal material where you need to clean up the edges, you only close the long side and turn it inside out. Then it's finished. In my case, as my seam does not need cleaning off, because that stays as it is, I don't want to turn this piece around. So all I do is go along the long side edge and just stitch it on about 5 millimeter seam together. Just so it's held together, that's the only reason. And of course, right away I do the same thing to the other side, to the other sleeve. Now on all the sides, I want to ruffle this short side, which is at the moment approximately 10 centimeters long. I want to make the length of this between 5 and 6 centimeters. It doesn't matter so exact. You can do it the proper ruffling way first, or you can even put some pleaches in, or you do it like I do it by just folding over some of the parts and stitching them right away into this length which you like to have it when it's finished, on between 5 and 6 centimeters, as you can see right here. So I do the same on the other side. I'm just pushing my widths in. I know I'm not measuring at the moment because I got quite a good eye for this, to do this the correct way on these 5.5 approximately centimeters I want. And exactly the same I got to do to this part right away. But this is also so easy because of this material. That you can't do this like that with any material. That doesn't quite work always. But that's the easiest and fastest now also to show it to you how I'm doing this with certain things when I do my sewing. Alright, so that's all my preparation at the moment. So take your garment now, take your top, and turn it inside out or outside in, so the left side of the material is facing you. And look towards your shoulder. Make sure, look, in case if you got a lining in like me, that the shoulder also on this end will be lying towards the same direction. And what you do is start on the shoulder, again look for your seam, which way the shoulder seam is lying, and take either of the parts. As you remember, you cut them exactly the same way anyway, they're both the same, and start on the shoulder with your fold over edge, not with your seam edge. Put it directly on the shoulder and stitch it in the width you got planned to do it. Now take the other one, because that's easier showing, although you could also continue working there. Again, take the fold over edge that you got there, put it exactly on the shoulder and stitch it on from the bottom upwards. At the moment I got a seam of approximately 6 millimeters because I also will stitch the lining against this from the left side later on, and therefore I don't want this seam to be showing out. So we continue on the first one. As you can see now, here's our shoulder and here's our fold over pieces. They just hit each other there. Now go back to the first one you stitched on. Just put your needle, your machine on top of it, and take this one now and fold it over as if you're folding the two cut edges onto each other. And again, put it against each other and stitch it on with the pleats or with the ruffles that you already stitched into the part. That's the most of the job done already, because now you take this piece and either, that is up to you, maybe you can try it on your doll, what you like the best, what looks the best. You pull this one either inside here from the top down, or you take it from the underneath and pull it up that way. At the end it will be the same. The look might be slightly different, but that is up to you. So, but I want to, because I think you can see it better, because that is important that you can see it correctly, I will tuck it in from the top down into it. But as I say, you can also do it the other way around. Now you must make sure not to twist this one in any position over. That you don't want. But you want it to go down to where you started putting it on. Right there. So hold it in position and stitch it on. So now you get your cut open edges onto each other. I'm putting it directly there. Lie it down on the edge of my armhole and stitch it on. And that's practically the whole thing already. Turn your top back to your proper side again, because now you can look at what you've done. I've done one sleeve already, as I'm doing this video also in German, but I will also show it to you what it looks like on the doll after I've fiddled around with the material a little bit, because you got to pull it in shape and pull it to the position exactly where you want it to lie for your little sleeve part. So let me put it on the doll for you and we have a look at it together. And here you go. That's what it looks like if you do a turned around dragonfly sleeve. It is really simple and easy. It's only a couple of steps to do it. You can cover up your upper arm, lovely, or just a total different tip I like to give to you. Children love those kind of sleeves. So if you don't do it out of one material, as an example, if you do it out of 2 colored materials or even 4 colored, by not cutting this as one part where I put the fold in, you can also have a seam there, and because of that have 4 different colors on that sleeve. Your child or your grandchild will love it. So that's my tip, that's my hint for you today for a total different sleeve, an idea. And now if you wonder what she had that lining inside there, what is she going to do with this lining? Well, I know it's not difficult for all of you to clean off with the lining your neckline. With the sleeve hole, it's a little bit more tricky to get into it, but therefore I will show this to you in one of my coming up videos for you. So for now I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I don't mind if you give me a nice thumb up, and then I will be pleased to be working for you again. Thanks so much for now, and goodbye till next time.